Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Fields, and I'm back. Just want to give my thoughts, man, on the Canelo Alvarez and Billy Joe Saunders fight. Definitely enjoyed the fight. I did predict the knockout. I said he would be stopped somewhere between 8 and 11. The reason I predicted the knockout, the reason I actually was expecting a knockout, is because I saw some different energy from Canelo. I'm not a big fan of Billy Joe Saunders. He can definitely box, but I just can't stand the guy outside of the ring. Even, inside of the ring, though, like I said, you can respect the skills. A decent boxer doesn't have a lot of power, but he's definitely a very good southpaw who can box. But I just, I felt like the knockout would come. I felt like Canelo would catch up to him, would cut off the ring, would slow him down with body shots, and eventually get the stops. But Billy Joe was doing very well. Kind of in spots. He had a pretty good first round. I didn't score it, but gave Canelo probably a few rounds after that. I think there was a fourth round where Billy Joe Saunders, I was texting a friend, we was like, oh man, we got a fight, it's coming alive. Billy Joe Saunders was, he let his hands down, was kind of meeting Canelo in the middle of the ring. And then it just, he just slowed down. Canelo just started to catch him with body shots, started to break him down slowly, catch him with, overhand rights, little jump leaping hooks and things like that, but just slowly breaking down Billy Joe Saunders. Canelo looked pretty good. Canelo's an excellent fighter. I love his style. I love his defense. I love his footwork. As far as his footwork is decent, as far as just fighting on the inside. He can bounce around. We saw that with Golovkin, and try to box you and fight you from the outside. So we saw his footwork there. But, so has pretty good footwork. I do think, he has a problem, moving around the ring. I just think he might have bad knees or something like that, wear and tear. So I just don't think I think he probably was more mobile in past fights. If I were to look at that and we'd look at his fight now, he's probably slowed down a little bit, wants people to meet him at the center of the ring kind of thing. But it was a great fight. Definitely enjoyed the fight. Like I said, I thought Billy Joe Saunders did all right, made a good account of himself. And then, Canelo just hit him with that uppercut to the eye socket, broke that orbital up. But, man, that's pretty much all I got to take away. I'm just looking forward to what's next now. We're expecting Caleb Plant in September, so we'll see if that goes down. I think Caleb Plant is a very, very nice boxer. I think he has a shot, so, we'll take a look at that. But yeah, man, like I said, looking forward to the Caleb Plant. Just to speak on the Demetrius Andre thing real quick. I've been calling for a Canelo and Demetrius Andre fight for quite some time, ever since 154 or 155, Canelo's catch weight. And of course, at 160, calling out the same thing. Canelo had all three belts, ducked Charlo, chose not to become undisputed at 160 by fighting Demetrius Boo Boo Andre and getting his WBO belt. He decided to go up, fight Kovalev, so on and so forth. So at this present time, I'm not concerned about Canelo fighting Andre. Canelo is clearly pushing for undisputed at 168. The next person to make that happen, he has to get the strap off of Caleb Plant. So I don't really care. I'm not entertaining. What Demetrius Andre need to be doing is make sure that you go and pull up to the press conference, to Jamal's press conference with Jose Montiel, pull up to that press conference and press that unification. I want to see that. I definitely like Boo Boo Andre. I think he's a good boxer. I think he has really good skills. He's talented. He's a talented fighter, man. And I just feel like we probably haven't necessarily seen the best because his competition just really hasn't been there. But I think we can see it if we see him in with the likes of a Jamal. Jamal. Ray Mayorga, who has the WBA now. What about him? Continuing to push for the GGG fight since you still are over there in the zone. I could care less right now about the Canelo. Like, everybody just chasing Canelo. Like, it's work to be done in your actual division. They talking about Spence Canelo. Like, come on, Arthur Beterbiev Canelo, get out of here. Why don't we be talking about Arthur Beterbiev and Joe Smith Jr., Arthur Beterbiev and Dimitri Bivol? How about Demetrius Andre and Charlo? I could care less what happened in 2014. Are really so today we can't create legacy today because Demetrius and so Charlo, Jamal Charlo, if you thinking about legacy, why would it matter what Andre did in 2014? Do you feel like you can beat Andre or not? If you feel like you can beat Andre and you confident in beating Andre, then you go get that strap. That's legacy. That's a unification fight right there. You know, they're constantly just calling out GGG and Canelo, man, and it is annoying. Like, it's work to be done in your own division. Like, it's other champions in the division, people moving up. You know, Jared Hurd moving up to 160. And then now Charlo and Andre talking about moving up to 168. Like, you're not gonna get a title shot. Like, Canelo just got the WBO. You're not gonna get a title shot at 168. You have to move up and become a mandatory. And by then, who knows? Canelo might drop the belts, go to 170. I mean, man, stop chasing Canelo. Fight each other. Charlo, Andre. All right, man. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Appreciate you listening. Yee! And I'm out.